Hey, it's Yusuke. Here I'm going to go through some basic commands on Massive. But before I go through some basic commands, I just want to talk about file system. There are mainly three types of directories you should know: home directory, project directory, and scratch directory. And when you log into Massive, you are directed in home directory. And in there, you have about 10 gigabyte of usage for yourself to use. And in home directory, you can have access to project directory and scratch directories. And scratch directory has more storage than project directory. The scratch directory is not backed up, unlike project directories. So all the important files should be stored in the project directories. And here on my terminal, I just logged onto Massive, and I'm just gonna use the command ls to list all the files in my home directory. Here I have access to VF38, which is the project directories for DeepNeuron, and VF38 Scratch. And there's a command called user info to check the usage of these directories. And here you can see the information about home directories and project directories. And as you can see, this Scratch usage has more usage than this project's quota. Moving on, we have some basic Linux command lines. And I'm not going to go through each of the commands here, but I'll put the link to the other video where I go through the exact same thing. There's another command called sudo. Sudo stands for super user do, and sudo enables you to run a command as a system administrator. You'd use sudo when you install software or change the configuration file of the system. You're not allowed to use this in HPC for security reasons. HPC system can have thousands of users, so one system error could cause so many problems. Not enabling sudo protects HPC cluster from mistake and malicious users. And next, we have a command to access to the software installed on Massive. And I'm going to go through some of these commands on my terminal. First, we have module avail, and this lists all of the available software on Massive. And as you can see, there are quite a lot of them. And so you can load one of them by doing module load. Let's say I want to load this. Then I have a command called module list to list all the modules installed. And as you can see, I have this one. And the reason I have so many of the module installed is that these are the dependencies I need to install this, to load this one. So you have 11 dependencies, which is quite a lot of them. And you can also remove them by doing module remove. Yay. And it should be disappeared. Yeah, as you can see. And so you can also delete them all by doing module purge. Now it's all gone. And that's about the command module. And there might be some case where the software you want is not installed on Massive. And there are two things you can do in those cases. First, so you can email the help desk of Massive to make them install the software you need. And secondly, so you can install the required software by yourself. Since you cannot use sudo, you should be using Python virtual environment such as Conda or pip to install the software you need.